You probably think your gut problems would start with stomach pain, or maybe bloating after a meal. But here's the truth: some of the most dangerous signs of gut imbalance don't show up in your stomach at all. They begin in places you wouldn't expect: your skin, your sleep, even your emotions. That's why so many people live for years with chronic issues, never realizing the source is deep in their digestive system. Your gut is home to over 100 trillion microbes. These bacteria, fungi, and viruses aren't just along for the ride. Regulate your immune system, your hormone balance, your brain chemistry, and your energy levels. When something throws that balance off, your body doesn't always send a clear warning. Instead, it gives you soft signals. Whispers, symptoms that seem small until they're not. In this video, we're going to break down 5 of the most overlooked gut-related symptoms. If you've been dealing with any of these and can't seem to find the reason, your gut may be the silent cause. Let's start with the most common one: chronic fatigue. Not the kind that comes after a bad night of sleep, but the kind that hangs over you for days, weeks, even months. You sleep, but never wake up refreshed. You push through the day with coffee, but still feel drained. Most people blame this on stress, age, or work overload. But your gut plays a central role in energy production. It helps digest and absorb nutrients like B vitamins, iron, magnesium, all essential for cellular energy. When your gut is inflamed, leaky, or out of balance, absorption drops. Even if you eat well, your body might not be extracting what it needs. To make things worse, bad bacteria in your gut produce toxic byproducts that increase inflammation and overload your immune system. The result: your body feels like it's running a marathon on empty. Fatigue is not always a sign of weakness. Sometimes, it's your gut asking for help. Another silent symptom is skin problems. If you're struggling with breakouts, dry patches, rosacea, eczema, or hives that seem to flare up randomly, your gut may be behind it. This connection is called the gut-skin axis. Inflammation in your intestines can increase systemic inflammation, which affects the skin's barrier and immune response. When the gut lining is compromised, toxins can leak into the bloodstream. This is known as endotoxemia, and the skin becomes a major detox organ. That's when you see sudden acne flares, redness, or rashes that don't respond to creams. Steroids may help temporarily, but the real solution begins with gut repair. Many people clear their skin not with skincare routines, but with prebiotics, fiber, fermented foods, and gut-focused habits. If your skin is acting up for no clear reason, your gut may be the silent trigger. Then there's the third symptom, one that many overlook because it feels emotional: mood swings and anxiety. This is where the gut-brain axis becomes critical. Your gut produces over 90% of your serotonin, the neurotransmitter linked to mood.com, and emotional regulation. When your gut is out of balance, serotonin levels drop, inflammation rises, and cortisol, the stress hormone, takes over. This creates a perfect storm for anxious thoughts, irritability, and mood instability. What's worse is that traditional treatment often ignores the gut entirely. You might be prescribed medication without ever examining your digestion. But if your microbiome is struggling, no amount of therapy or supplements will fully stabilize your mood. Healing the gut means healing the source, not just the symptoms. We'll cover the next 2 symptoms and how to respond to each in the next section. But here's the bottom line: if you've been ignoring small, persistent issues like fatigue, breakouts, or irritability, you're not alone, and you're not imagining things. Your gut may be speaking in the only way it knows how: through your skin, your sleep, and your state of mind. We've already seen how fatiguey skin outs and mood swings can be silent cries for help from your gut. But there are still 2 more symptoms that almost no one connects to digestion. And yet, they might be the most disruptive of all. Let's begin with one that often gets dismissed entirely: brain fog. That feeling of mental cloudiness, forgetfulness, or slow thinking. You sit down to focus, but your mind feels like it's wading through mud. You forget names. You lose your train of thought Many people blame this on aging, burnout, or poor sleep, but the root often lies in the gut. When your microbiome is unbalanced, it doesn't just affect digestion, it affects your brain chemistry. Harmful gut bacteria can produce neurotoxic compounds that cross into the bloodstream and reach the brain, causing inflammation. This disrupts communication between neurons and slows cognitive processing. At the same time, poor nutrient absorption in the gut reduces your brain's fuel supply, especially B12, folate, and omega-3 south. So what you're experiencing as forgetfulness might actually be inflammation from within. The most powerful brain hack may not be another app or supplement it, may be healing your gut. The final silent symptom is one people rarely connect to the gut: autoimmune reactions. These can start subtly: joint pain, random allergies, cold hands and feet, thyroid swings, or recurring infections. Most autoimmune conditions don't begin with a dramatic event, they build slowly. Over time, often starting with gut permeability, when the tight barrier in your intestines begins to break down, a condition known as leaky gut, foreign particles slip through into the bloodstream. Your immune system, confused, begins attacking those particles. Over time, this confusion leads it to attack your own tissues. Whether it's your skin, your thyroid, your joints, or your brain, the pattern is the same. Inflammation starts in the gut and it spreads. Many people live for years with undiagnosed autoimmune reactions, treating the symptoms with creams, steroids, or anti-inflammatories. While the root cause gut dysfunction remains unaddressed, by strengthening your intestinal lining and feeding your good bacteria, you can reduce immune confusion and bring the body back to balance. Now that you know the 5 most common symptoms: chronic fatigue, skin problems, mood swings, brain fog, and immune dysfunction, the question is, what's next? What do you do if these signs feel familiar? It starts with paying attention to your patterns. When did the symptoms begin? Were there changes in your diet, your stress, your sleep? What makes them worse and what calms them down? Keep a gut journal. Even just 1 week of tracking your meals, your symptoms, your energy levels, and your digestion can reveal patterns that blood tests won't. You don't need to become obsessive, just curious. Awareness is the first reset, and the gut responds quickly to consistency. Remove what inflames it. Feed what strengthens it. Create space for it to heal. You don't need to wait for a diagnosis or a doctor's approval to begin taking better care of your digestive system. Your body is already telling you the truth. Your job is to finally start listening. In the next section, we'll walk through what actually helps the gut heal from the inside out. No gimmicks, no overcomplicated regimens. Just real steps, backed by science and guided by common sense. Now that you've identified the warning signs, let's talk about what your gut actually needs. Not pills, not trendy powders, but foundational changes that restore balance from within. And it starts with what you remove. You don't need to change everything overnight. But if your body is inflamed, tired, or foggy, removing irritants gives your gut a chance to breathe. The biggest culprits: refined sugar, alcohol, artificial sweeteners, seed oils, ultra-processed snacks, and excessive gluten and dairy. This doesn't mean you'll never eat them again. It means for now, you give your digestive system a clean environment to heal. Think of it like clearing a storm before rebuilding. Even just 7 to 14 days without these triggers can radically shift your microbiome and reduce systemic inflammation. But removing isn't enough. You also need to rebuild. That begins with fiber, not the synthetic kind from powders, but real, plant-based prebiotic fiber. These are foods that feed your good bacteria and support mucosal lining repair. Think garlic, leeks, onions, green bananas, oats, flax seeds, and asparagus. The diversity of fiber is more important than the quantity. Try to include at least 3 different sources per day, rotated throughout the week. And pair that with fermented foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, plain kefir, or real yogurt with no added sugar. These provide live bacteria that reseed your gut and help restore balance. Start small, just 1 tablespoon of fermented food per day can make a difference. Next, hydration. Not just how much water you drink, but when and how. Start your day with a glass of warm water, perhaps with lemon or sea salt to support electrolytes. Sip water between meals, not during. Why? Because chugging large amounts of liquid during meals can dilute stomach acid and impair digestion. Hydration also affects your bowel movements, nutrient transport, and gut lining integrity. It sounds basic, but for many, fixing their water habits is the beginning of transformation. Don't overlook movement. Your gut is a muscle system, and it thrives when you move. Gentle walks after meals help stimulate digestion and lower post-meal blood sugar. Yoga, stretching, and deep breathing promote parasympathetic activation, the rest and digest state. On the other hand, overtraining or intense cardio without recovery can spike cortisol and harm your microbiome. The goal isn't extreme fitness, it's rhythmic movement that keeps your gut flowing and your hormones balanced. And finally, sleep. If you're not sleeping well, your gut will struggle. The microbiome resets and rebalances during deep sleep cycles, One night of poor sleep can shift microbial populations in the wrong direction. To support both your gut and brain, aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Avoid screens 60 minutes before bed. Sleep in a cool, dark room. Go to bed and wake up at consistent times even on weekends. Your circadian rhythm isn't just about energy, it's about microbial alignment. Healing your gut isn't about hacks. It's about rhythm, consistency, respecting the messages your body is sending. Every bite, every breath, every choice becomes either support or strain for your inner ecosystem. In the next section, we'll walk through a simple 5-day plan. You can start immediately, even if you're busy or overwhelmed. You don't need perfection. Just a clear first step. If you've been hearing these signs: fatigue, brain fog, skin issues, mood swings, or unexplained pain, your gut is asking for attention. But awareness alone won't fix it. What you need now is direction, a path forward. So here's a simple, 5-day gut reset plan that doesn't require special products or complicated routines. Just real food, rhythm, and consistency. You can start it today. Even if your schedule is busy. Even if you're skeptical. Because your gut doesn't need perfection, it needs relief. Day 1. Remove and pause. Start your morning with warm water and lemon. Eliminate refined sugar, dairy, gluten, and processed oils for the day. Eat only real, whole foods, vegetables, clean proteins, healthy fats, and fiber-rich plants. No snacking. Give your gut space between meals to cleanse itself. Go for a 10-minute walk after each meal. In the evening, journal how your body feels. Day 2. Feed the good bacteria, keep the clean eating going, but now introduce 1 prebiotic food, like cooked garlic or green banana, and 1 tablespoon of fermented food, like sauerkraut or plain kefir. Drink water consistently throughout the day, away from meals. Chew slowly. Sleep early and track your energy levels in the morning. Day 3. Support detox and digestion. Add digestive herbs like ginger or fennel to your meals. Try a gentle yoga pose or breathing exercise to relax your gut. Avoid screens 1 hour before bed. Light a candle. Let your nervous system reset. Begin to notice patterns. Has your skin calmed? Is your focus sharper? Day 4. Restore your rhythm. Now layer in more structure. Eat at regular times. Walk first thing in the morning. Eat a variety of colors: greens, orange squash, purple cabbage. Each color feeds different gut microbes. Reflect in your journal which symptoms have shifted. Even small changes matter. Day 5. Reflect and decide. This is not the end, the checkpoint. How do you feel after 5 days? Are you less bloated, more stable emotionally, clearer mentally? The goal is not to be fixed overnight. It's to prove that your gut is responsive, that your body is still listening, and that you can rebuild, one choice at a time. From here, you can repeat the cycle or build on it. The point isn't to live restricted forever, it's to learn your patterns. To know your body better. Gut health isn't just about digestion, it's about trust. Trusting that your body gives you signs. Trusting yourself to respond. And trusting that healing doesn't require perfection, just attention. If this video helped you make sense of what's been happening inside your body, consider sharing it. Someone else might be stuck, confused, looking for answers. And if you want to keep going deeper into your gut healing journey, subscribe to Gut Sense. We'll be here every week with science, stories, and strategies to guide you back to balance. Your gut is talking. You've just started listening. Now let the healing begin.